Scotland, home to some of the funniest people that you'll ever meet and also the nicest people that you'll ever meet, but it's also home to some absolute crackpots, and I'm going to talk about them today. So if you haven't seen part 1, I highly recommend that you go watch that. I covered Jade Jackson, Amanda Britt and Stephanie Watson, and today I've got 3 more. I've also been reading you guys' comments, and I've been making notes of all the people that you guys want me to cover. So as long as there's like crazy people in Scotland, this is probably going to have like infinite parts. I've got them all written down. I think I've got 5 parts in total, like all researched and ready to go so far. So within the next couple of weeks, those will be. I'm bashing these fuckers out. But yeah, so I'm already working on those. As well, in my last video, I talked about some of the struggles and my confidence that I had with my content creation, and yet again, I received the most heartwarming and nice comments from you guys, just encouraging me to keep going, doing what I'm doing, that I'm doing well, and you guys are enjoying my content, which means the absolute world. Like, I don't even have words. So like, from the bottom of like my wee Scottish heart, thank you all so much. Just the fact that I'm sitting here right now filming this, I feel, I'm not going to say I feel like confident, but I'm not worried. Is just, oh, it's so weird. I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, rant over. Without further ado, this is part 2 of Scotland's Biggest Degenerates, and I'm kicking this off with a crazy one. Jess Rennie. Now, before doing the research for this video, I didn't actually really know who Jess Rennie was. I mean, I've probably seen like some videos of her before, but that's all I knew until this video came up on my TikTok For You page.
Jess Rennie goes absolutely mental and starts breaking things.
That'll get me the views up. That'll get me the views up, eh? Give them what they want. Get live, eh? Get fucking live. Fuckers. Yay. Yeah. Is that what you want?
So Jess Rennie is a 43-year-old woman from Musselburgh, which is in Edinburgh. She's a self-acclaimed TikTok star. She's just very known for her outrageous behaviour. She's known to frequently live stream across various social media platforms. She hits out with some awful things.
Because when I get hold of them, they're going to get killed. Because I'll phone the police, I want to ask for help, and they just come in. So if they get fucking hurt, no my fucking fault. Oh, I told them attacking my house. They're still standing down there. They're still down there for sure.
For example, back in December 2024, Jess went live on TikTok and began ranting over some kids who allegedly smashed the windows of her home. Now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory on what it is that she actually went on to say. Basically, she threatened to commit another Dunblane. So if you're not aware, on the 13th of March 1996, Thomas Hamilton walked into Dunblane Primary School, which is near Stirling, in Scotland of course, and he shot and killed 16 pupils and 1 teacher, injuring 15 others in the process before turning his weapon on himself. It remains as one of the deadliest mass shootings in all of British history. It's a real tragedy. Now, what Jess went on to say in her live stream was that she was going to blow up 2 high schools in East Lothian. She was quoted saying, "Your children will fucking die for smashing my fucking windows, cause I'll blow all the fucking bairns up. They don't deserve to breathe this world. They don't deserve to be here." Now, of course, the viewers of this live stream were left absolutely horrified, as you would be, by these threatening remarks. And it was a viewer that actually reported the incident to the police. So Jess then pled guilty to a charge of behaving in a threatening or abusive manner, and she was ordered to pay a fine.
I'll get fireworks and blow your school up when you're at. I'll be another Dunblane. Bang, 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 bang. Motherfuckers. They just made my fucking window full stains it again. And I'll put a camera in the window and I'll go to the school and fire with the bastards. I'll blow it up.
Now, Jess Rennie is actually one of those people that you can type her name into the TikTok search bar, click on any video, and you'll have absolutely no idea what's going on. It's just that chaotic.
I'm too messy, and I'm too fucking clean. You told me at a job, and you asked where the hell I've been. And I'm too perfect, so I open my big mouth. I want to be me, is that not allowed? And I'm too clever, and then I'm too fucking dumb.
And it's clear that she's lost the plot. She's lost the plot. Sorry, I can't fucking speak. And is well overdue a social media ban. I was honestly so confused when searching through TikTok to gather information on this woman. Like, it's so hard to piece everything together, because my head is so fried from watching all these videos. So I took a much needed break from TikTok and began looking through online articles and found some more information on other things that she's done as well. So back in April 2022, Jess was actually arrested after she showed up at a home on Delta Road, which is in Musselburgh, armed with a brick and some rocks. She then proceeded to shout threats at a woman inside the home before tossing the brick through the window. She then went on to assault the woman by physically attacking her, and then she went on to spit at the arresting officer. In another incident, Jess received an antisocial behaviour order, or an ASBO, after the smell of cannabis clouded her home. After breaching that order, however, she was sentenced to a short custodial term of 20 days, which was backdated. As well, in another incident, Jess admitted to throwing pieces of broken glass from a window, shouting threats to harm herself, behaving disorderly and breaching the peace. She was placed under supervision by social work for this one. Finally, I came across a Reddit post by a user named Nocturnal Nightwish under a subreddit called UK TikTok Behaving Badly. The title of this post is Jess Rennie, Alan's been poisoning her, and it reads: So I jumped onto Jess's live, and she was saying apparently Alan has been drugging her with painkillers for a big dog. She said he's been putting crushed up tablets in the kettle and then making her cups of tea, and they tasted funny and made her sick. And apparently he stole a necklace that Jules has been banging on about and a poem she wrote when she was in jail that took her a month to write. There's also many inconsistencies in her story, and she was screaming at Alan as well. People were also commenting on the live asking her why Alan is still here if he's been poisoning her. Why hasn't she flung him out and changed the locks, etc? Her answer: it's not that easy. If you tell Alan to go away, and if you hate him, he'll just come back. He's a narcissist. He'll go and get keys cut. I don't buy her story, to be honest. She's probably asked him to get her a fix and he's told her no, and now she's throwing a tantrum and making up lies about him because she's not getting her own way. She did the same thing to Robert Archibald when she lost a box battle with him. She said some horrible things about him, including grape and DV, which obviously weren't true. Another user commented, "Who are they? Never heard of them." Nocturnal Nightwish then went on to say, Jess Rennie is a Scottish TikToker from Musselburgh, Scotland. She's an ex-addict, although people still suspect that she uses. She's notorious on Scottish TikTok for starting fights with people, going on huge alcohol-fueled rants and rages, throwing accusations at people that aren't true, and recently made a horrible comment about the Dunblane massacre. Alan is not her partner. He's her friend who regularly visits her and runs errands for her, as she can barely go out in the street without getting attacked. Her windows have been smashed many times as well. For more background on her, look up the Tattle Life thread about her. It's called Jess Rennie. Addiction is an awful thing. It makes people do and say crazy things. It's a really hard thing to see, but at the same time you can't help but feel a bit of empathy for these people. The next person on our list is currently making headlines for a case he's involved in. Now this is an ongoing case, so I'm just going with what information that I have. Lee Sutherland. So, Lee Sutherland is a content creator who's attracted online attention for producing content where he portrays a lawyer. So he's pretending to be a lawyer for some fucking reason. A road traffic lawyer specifically, which is so ironic, and you'll find out why in just a bit. Now his TikTok mostly consists of him dressing up in police and legal attire, because he likes to think that he's a lawyer. which is funny, like, because I mean, I'm a 4th year uni student. I do criminology and sociology with law, like that's what I study, and I've got more legal experience than him, and I wouldn't trust myself to defend a fucking hamster. And that's coming from someone who literally failed her criminal law exam and had to resit it, listen to this, because I'm a fucking idiot, because I accidentally used English law instead of Scottish law. So my pretend client went straight to prison for that one. So don't hire me. Go to someone else. Yeah. Maybe I'll just stick to YouTube. Maybe this is my calling. Maybe I should just fucking... Maybe uni's just no for me. I'm joking.
I am specialist in road traffic law.
Aye.
Because obviously most of the time I always present myself. Most of the time.
In court, aye?
Aye, exactly. I'm quite good at it. You know, I always went up to the front of a sheriff, into the dock, and presented myself into court, you know. So the sheriff, like, always keep asking, do you have a lawyer? Do you have a solicitor? I don't want to use a solicitor. I want to present myself, you know. That's what I said to him.
They're part of the system.
Exactly, right. So that's why they kind of panic a wee bit, you know. So when they panic a wee bit in court, because obviously your lawyers, your PFs, your judges and all that, they're all in the same ring, you know. So that's why they want to make deals. So when they start making deals, that's why your lawyer's there to fight it, to make, like, twist up some of the words and all that, you know.
Get the verdict that they've all agreed on. Aye.
Exactly.
So he's been involved in his number of controversies as well, of course, like everybody I cover under this series. So for example, back in 2021, Sutherland admitted to posting alarming and threatening content online after he went on a live broadcast and went on to set fire to a bin outside a post office in Kirkendilloch. In the live broadcast, he used threatening language towards a police officer, and he pled guilty to the charges at Glasgow Sheriff Court and was sentenced to 108 hours of unpaid work and court-ordered supervision for 12 months. Sorry, I fucked the script up there. I'm not very professional, am I? Jesus.
That's what you'll be getting. Good spank to the kneecaps if I was a fucking police.
Now, just in the past week, there's been another trial surrounding Lee Sutherland. On the 15th of June 2023, Lee Sutherland was driving a Ford Mondeo in Cumbernauld when he collided with another car, a Peugeot. The driver of the Peugeot was 77-year-old Margaret Allen, who later passed away due to her injuries on the 6th of July. Also in the car was a 10-year-old male child who was hospitalised due to his injuries sustained in the crash as well. Investigations into the crash revealed several factors, including the anti-lock braking system on Sutherland's car was faulty, the vehicle's battery was not properly fixed, he was driving at least 44 miles per hour in what is believed to be a 40-mile-an-hour zone. Just 1 week before the crash, Lee Sutherland had actually been disqualified from driving, and as well after the collision, rather than immediately reporting the incident or assisting like any normal person would, he was seen simply just walking away. It was also noted that at the scene he allegedly made a remark trying to shift the blame onto the victim by saying, and I quote, "It would not have happened if the fucking bitch had not pulled out." So Sutherland's case went to the High Court in Glasgow. The prosecution argued that the collision was completely avoidable, that his vehicle was in an unsafe condition, and that his conduct both before and after the incident indicated reckless regard for others' safety. As I'm sitting down recording this video, just 1 week ago, on the 8th of October 2025, the jury returned with a guilty verdict, and Sutherland was found guilty of causing death by dangerous driving. The sentencing, however, has been postponed pending further reports, but reports have emphasised his complete lack of remorse. A truly deserved verdict. I can't even imagine the pain and the anger that the family of Margaret Allen must be feeling right now, and I cannot stress enough the seriousness of this case. Yes, I might make videos on Scottish BAMs, and some of the things in some of the videos that I show you might be funny. This is entertaining, but at the end of the day, a life was lost here, and Lee Sutherland will truly get what he deserves. I did have a look to see if there was some sort of GoFundMe set up for the family of the victim, so that I could try and direct you guys over there, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything at all. So all I can ask is all of you lovely viewers to keep Margaret and the young victim as well in your thoughts and prayers. So the third and final person on this list I've seen around TikTok before, but I didn't know much about him before researching this video. Scottish Rambo. Real name Ryan Chalmers is a wannabe gangster from East Kilbride. He likes to think he's a gangster, but he's something else, man. And just like everyone else on my list of Scottish degenerates, he himself has been involved in numerous different controversies and been on the other end of the law. For example, in June of this year, Ryan filmed himself on TikTok entering his ex-girlfriend's home and stealing £3,000. Now, I absolutely love to watch, you know those YouTube videos and it's like, the world's most stupid criminals who get caught. Ryan absolutely fucking deserves to be on the top of this list. Because imagine committing a crime, which is bad enough, but to film it, on a TikTok live is just nuts. Like, that's just a different level of idiot. So he was charged with threatening behaviour and possession of an offensive weapon and received 10 months. During my research, I also discovered that back in August of 2012, Scottish Rambo was acquitted of murder charges after Christopher Bergen, who was 42 at the time, was fatally stabbed in the stomach. Ryan Chalmers admitted that he stabbed the victim, but claimed it was in self-defence after Christopher Bergen and 2 other men allegedly invaded the flat that he shared with his mother. An 8-day trial took place at the High Court in Glasgow, and again, a not proven verdict was given. 2 years later, Ryan was on the other end and he was actually attacked after he was shot at in both legs in what was described as a targeted attack, possibly in retaliation for the Bergen case. I don't want to say that this was deserved, but he does quite literally ask for it. Scottish Rambo went live one time and he shared his live location, taunting his enemies and urging them to come and get him. He then went on to pull up his trouser legs and boast about the scars that he received from the 2014 attack. So it's clear that he's got absolutely no fear, and it's only a matter of time before he taunts the wrong person and ends up actually paying for it. Well, I mean, he did sort of pay for it when he got shot in the legs, but I mean, he's going to lose his life one day. Again, Scotland is absolutely full of nutters, and I've got plenty more for you. I've been reading all of you guys' comments again, looking into every single one of your suggestions. I'm so appreciative of them all. Like, just the fact that you guys are taking time to help me and help grow this channel is just wow. You're making a little lassie's dream come true. So I promise I'm going to work harder than I ever have on these videos and push myself to create the best content that I can. So thank you all again for taking the time to watch my video and listen to my annoying voice. But hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.